All right, super excited to do class. I thought, as I had mentioned, that we would start off with, I'm gonna grab my block, that we would start off for our New Year's Eve full moon class, starting off with uh, Tadasana and preparing ourselves for a kind of like a Kriya to cleanse. So as you stand nice and tall on the mat and you feel your toes spread out wide, before we do kind of a meditation in child's pose, I thought that we could do a little bit of an aura cleanse to settle ourselves in and let go of our day as we transition to the evening. Let's start off by taking a big breath in, palms facing the legs, and we're gonna inhale, 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 almost as if you clap the hands, and then exhale and push everything away. Let's try it again. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and let it go. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in, breathe in, let it go. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and then push it away. Let's try that a little bit deeper. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Push it away. All right, one more time. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and let it go. Fantastic. Now, as we get prepared to release and kind of burn off our day, why don't all of you kind of, and our year and COVID and all the things that have been going on in the world, let's get our big toes to touch, knees go out wide, hands reach forward, and we'll bring our forehead down towards the ground. And as I sit up, just stay in child's pose, maybe even sway a little bit from side to side with your forehead. And you're just giving yourself an opportunity to kind of burn off, and we're opening up to courage for our 2021 prep practice. Yeah. Feel yourself in child's pose and really notice yourself relaxing. As your knees are in between the thighs, feel the belly rise and the belly fall. And begin to settle into stillness. Begin to feel gratitude for the past and gratitude for the lessons and all the accomplishments that you've attained. And now give yourself an opportunity to truly relax into you. Notice the breath as it moves in and out through the nostrils. And begin to return in child's pose right here to a beginner's mind. Feel yourself letting go of any preconceived notions so that you can access the practice with an open mind. Feel this child's pose that you're laying in an opportunity to discover. Breathe and relax and just be in this pose. And notice how thoughts might be kind of coming in. So can you leave what no longer serves you? And all of these thoughts, all this stuck energy, kind of, can you let it go? Can you release the sludge that you might carry around even in your heart? Simply breathing in and calmly breathing out in child's pose. Let's take a deep dive into this moment. Notice the breath, observing, listening, and feel yourself creating more space with your inhales and a deeper release with your exhales. Your mind, your body, and your heart is ready to be open to transform, to evolve. Truly, in this child's pose that you're in right now, release and let go. So we can open up to the newness and for greatness to enter. Just a little bit longer in child's pose to release your low back and exhale the old and open up to new possibilities. Feel the brightness of the breath as it travels in through the nostrils, down the throat, through every part of your being. Notice, observe, and feel. Really feel deep down into your cells. You're cleansing out clutter and you're harnessing your power to show up as your best version of yourself on the mat in child's pose, and hopefully in the world in 2020. And just in case anything's still ruminating in your mind, sway your head from side to side, feeling that little pressure point between the brows touching down to the mat. And then in child's pose, let's fog up the mat 3 times. Breathing in. And just like that aura cleanse we started with, exhale through the mouth and breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And let it go. And instead of coming out of child's pose, walk your hands to a side. See if you could even take your left ear to the ground as you reach towards the right side. Right hand can grab the left wrist as you stretch. And feel the space in your left rib cage, left side. And then on your exhale, walk your hands all the way to the opposite side. Right ear to the mat, left hand grabs onto your right wrist, and you are just being present to the breath. Your eyebrows are relaxed, you're gazing internally, and you're truly nurturing your body with the breath. And with your next exhale, walk your hands back to center. And then real calmly press up into a neutral tabletop position. We're going to do some cat-cows, but I'm going to face forward because what a fun thing to do. We haven't done in a long time lion's pose. So we're going to do a lion's pose with this cat and cow. As you inhale, belly hangs, shoulders broaden. And then exhale, rounding and opening up. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, round and open up. This time, inhale to a neutral position. And as you exhale, stick out your tongue and blow out all that hot air. Letting it go. Let's try some cat-cows again, gazing to the navel. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, round and open up. Inhale, broadening, moving from the belly. And then exhale, round and open up. Inhale to a neutral position, and let's try one more lion's roar as you exhale. Stick out your tongue and breathe out all the hot air. Roll your back or around your back, and then come into a neutral position. And we're going to sit down on our heels. To give yourself a little bit more of a stretch through your nervous system, roll the ball mounts of the toes to the ground so you're sitting on your heels. Spine is nice and long. And you're welcome to sit just onto your feet. It's really want to meet the body of today. From this position, we are going to take our hands into fists. So that mudra for surrender, touch your thumb to the kind of base of your ring finger, wrap the fingers around, and we are going to press our hands right near the belly button, pressing your belly button back towards the spinal column. Inhale, lift your heart, and we're gonna go deeper into this kriya, into this cleanse by letting go of all those toxins stuck way deep down. Plus, by having your hands here, it'll make sure that you are breathing deeply. Belly fills up, and then exhale, press belly towards the spine. So inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathing out. Now we're going to incorporate child's pose with it. Inhale, breathe in, fill yourself up. Exhale, breathing out, forehead to the ground. Inhale, breathe in, fill up the belly. Exhale, pressing hands into the abdominal region. Breathe out. Inhale, breathe in, fill yourself up. Exhale, breathing out, folding down. Inhale, breathe in, fill your belly up. And exhale, breathing everything out. A couple more times. Inhale, breathing in, warming your body. Nice job, everybody. Exhale, breathing out. Inhale, breathe in, heart is held high. And exhale, breathing out. Inhale to a neutral position. And with your exhale, release your hands and take them back behind you. Inhale, shrug your shoulders back, palms try to touch as the fingers are interlaced. And as you exhale, fold again forward, forehead to the ground, arms reach nice and high. If you want to, you can go a little bit further, rolling to the top of your head as your hips lift up. Find space with the breath. And with your exhale, lower your hips to your heels, arms relax down, reach the palms forward, and press back up into a neutral tabletop position. Belly hangs, heart lifts high. Exhale, round and open up into your cat-cow. Inhale, lift, lengthen, and exhale, round and open. Inhale to a neutral position, and we'll try one more balancing thing to prepare our body for our practice. Right leg reaches back, ball mounts of the toes to the ground, left hand is forward. Notice the space, and if it's available, lift your right foot up. Feel yourself balance, breathing deeply into the low back. Top of your head is lengthening in front, tailbone lengthening behind. With your next exhale, take and bring elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, connect. Hopefully you're starting to feel everything just burning off through our practice. And one more little tap, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. And then we'll bend the right knee, take the left hand back, grab the foot, and give yourself a little stretch. I don't know about all of you, but I took a walk outside in the snow tonight, so this feels really good on my hip flexors. With your next exhale, release. And we'll go right into a cat-cow. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, round and open. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding and opening. Inhale to a neutral spine, and we'll take the left toes back. Feel the stability as the breath supports you. Right hand reaches forward, thumbs to the sky. If that's okay, left foot up. A lot of times it's really easy to collapse and your ribs spread out nice and wide. Feel every exhale, ribs stitch together. Really breathe into this space. long and tall breaths. On your exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, connect. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, connect. Inhale, lengthen. Let's do one more time. Exhale, connect. Inhale and reach. Whew. Right hand reaches back, left foot up in the air and grab on. Kicking and stretching. We're just trying to get all this stuck energy out as we open up to courage. Feel your gaze gentle as you release. Left knee down, right hand down, and we'll cow our bodies into down dog. Lift your heart, shoulders reach sides of the room. Exhale, round and open up, pressing into the tops of the feet, rolling on your toes, Adho Mukha, downward facing. And then pedal out your legs, but maybe point your toes out a little bit, giving you more space in the hips as you walk your knees, sashay your hips, and simply breathe. And let's just gently take your feet as wide as the mat. Walk your hands to the back of the mat and bend your knees so that your stomach touches your thighs. You could even grab your opposite elbow as your head hangs. And notice this natural traction in your back as your thoughts continue to roll off your body. Belly rises and belly falls as we have that nice internal gaze. Release the hands and gently straighten out the legs and then toe heel your feet so that they're 2 fist widths apart. Take the left hand to your right ankle or calf and your right arm up high to the sky. And then we'll kind of like rotate our wrist a little bit, one direction, and then the opposite direction. From that expression, bring your right hand down and grab onto the left ankle, left arm up high to the sky. And rotate your wrist a little bit, one way, opposite. And then the left hand comes down as your head hangs. With your next exhale, toe heel your feet nice and close together, bend your knees, stomach to the thighs, face to the shins, and then give your arms a hug from behind. So you're grabbing onto the legs. See if you can lift your hips up a little bit as your shoulders reach to the sides of the room, and gaze on through the shins. Find one more really good exhale, and then release your hands back down. Keeping your feet nice and close together, walk your hands out, and we're finding a kind of like a medium invigorating practice because that's what we all kind of talked about it. And as you're in your high plank, let's just work a little bit of core strength. Eyeballs of the elbows shoot to the sides of the room, wrists in line with the cut of the mat. Reach your right foot out to the right side, foot comes back to center. Left foot out, foot back to center. Right foot out, foot back to center. Left foot out, foot back to center. Right foot out and back, left foot out and back. And then just stay right here for a couple deep breaths as we really are allowing ourselves to find ease through the process. All right, lower your knees, chest, chin for our first gentle cobra. Tops of the feet to the ground as you lift your chest up. And then exhale, lower your forehead back down. Bring your hands a little bit further back. Inhale gently up, a little bit higher, compressing the low back. And exhale, forehead back down. And if you want to have it be part of your practice tonight, pressing into the palms and the shoelace side of your feet, lift your heart for an up dog. and then slither your pubic bone forward. You could even sway a little bit from side to side, elbows slightly bent, and then aim your chin to your chest. Exhale, Adho Mukha, our second down dog of the night. Just pedal out your legs. Once again, try not to just collapse into your joints or hammock into them, but really feel the breath, allowing everything to be light and effortless. Walk your feet close together. Reach your right foot up, bend the knee, open the hip. I don't know if you heard that, my hip just popped. And just like we did with our wrists, rotate your foot one way and the opposite way as you look under the left armpit. Reach your right foot up, and with your exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale, lengthen the leg, three-legged dog. Lower the foot. Inhale will be high plank. Exhale, you get to decide chaturanga to a gentle cobra or an up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take the other side. Walk your feet close together. Left foot reaches up, bend the knee, open the hip, look under your right armpit. And rotate your foot one direction, opposite direction. Left leg reaches up and hollow out the belly, knee to nose. Kick it back, three-legged dog. Lower the foot back down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, up or gentle cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Give yourself 3 really cathartic breaths here. Maybe a little bend in the knees. Maybe even come to the ball mounts of the toes and then bend your knees so that your tailbone lengthens further. But don't forget to straighten out your legs and then settle back into your dog. With your next inhale, slightly point your toes out, look to the top of the mat, bend your knees, and float to the top. Exhale, kiss your shins. Inhale, swan dive high, reaching up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Whew, I'm getting super sweaty, I don't know about you. Let's work into Surya Namaskara B. Exhale, fingertips to the ground to get your buns nice and low. Spread out your toes. And then inhale, reach your arms up high. Sit your buns down a little bit deeper, but don't let the hips go below the knees. Before we start our sun salutation B, let's sink a little bit further. Exhale, dive all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, palms to the ground. Step or float, chaturanga. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Right foot steps forward, and you can do crescent or settle the heel to the ground. Inhale, reaching up, warrior one. Couple deep breaths in your warrior. If you need a little check on hand position, open the arms up wide, palms face up, and take the pinky fingers together as the palms connect. And then reach your arms up without lifting your shoulders. You got it. Exhale, palms to the ground. Step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Left foot stepping forward, right foot connects. Warrior one. Really observe. Feel yourself offering the tenderness of the breath to every nook and cranny. And really notice if you're thinking. Let your thinking mind go and just open up to this moment. Exhale, palms come down. Step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Chin to the chest, gaze is soft, body is confident. And point the toes slightly out to the side, bend the knees a little bit, and see if you can clap your feet as you float to the top. Exhale, kiss your shins. Bend your knees. Inhale, reaching your arms up high, Utkatasana. And then straight arms, straight legs, Samashtitihi. Well, I'm definitely cleansing because I'm sweating up a storm. Let's take Surya Namaskar B breath by breath. Exhale, fingertips to the ground. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Nice job, everybody. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Right foot steps, arms reach high, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, palms come down, reach a leg back. You can float it if you want to, Chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Left foot connects, right foot finds its position, breathing in. And exhale, palms come down, reaching left leg high, Chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And this is where we rejuvenate. Feel your body renewing and just be the observer of the breath. And then look forward and float forward. Exhale, kiss your shins. Knees bend, arms reach high, Utkatasana. Find a deeper Utkatasana as we stay here a little bit further. Almost like we're cross-country skiing, right? Sit a little bit further. And then exhale, almost fell over, straight arms, straight legs, Samashtitihi. Feel ourselves truly harnessing the power of the breath as your hands come to your hips and we jump our feet frontal hip bone distance apart. Inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, dive your head down towards the ground. Take your peace signs to your big toes. Last time we hugged our legs. You're welcome to hug your legs if you want to. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. And as you exhale, bend the elbows out to the sides and draw your face through the legs. Breathing with compassion. We're finding courage as we let go of 2020 and we tap into the skill and action of the yoga. One more good exhale right here. And then inhale, lift your chest halfway. As you exhale, release your hands from your toes and take and bring your hands to your hips, elbows reach high. Inhale on up. Exhale, jump your feet together, arms down by your sides. Excuse me. Big breath in. And exhale, dive all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, just step the left foot back. And I'm going to turn sideways, but as your left foot is back and your neck is nice and long, find one spot to look at on the floor and reach your right arm up nice and high. And if it feels okay, can you take and reach your gaze up to the fingertips in the sky? Find an expression with your arms, and you're just broadening your wingspan. Feel yourself taking flight with the breath. And with your exhale, look down to the ground. Both hands come down. And we'll just take and spring forward. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, fold it out. And we'll take and bring your right foot back. Ball mounts of the toes to the ground. Try not to just collapse into the joints, but really feel that you have this internal strength as your left arm reaches high. Feel your chest expansive, your breathing calm, because you're not talking like I am, and enjoy the tenderness. Exhale, oops. Left hand comes down, and then spring forward. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding. And then inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up high, Utkatasana. And let's turn this into a twist. Are you ready? Hands will come to your heart, twist to the left. Now your body is a little bit more accustomed to the twist from what we just did. So see if you can go a little bit further. Send your tailbone back, lift from your heart. Gaze is internal. And then inhale, come on back to center, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, hands to your heart, sit back deep, and we'll twist to the other side. Right elbow down, palms pressing, shoulders broadening, tailbone lengthening. Simple, easy inhales and exhales through the nostrils. And then inhale, come on, woo, back up, straight arms, straight legs, almost fell. Exhale, dive all the way down, fold it forward. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. And as you exhale, see if you can take your hands about a foot out from your feet. Roll to the ball mounts of the toes and just test it out a little bit. Bend your knees almost like Utkatasana. See if you can touch your knees to your armpits. Lift one foot up and lower it, other foot and lower it. Maybe you can lift both feet up and then float back. High to low, chaturanga. Inhale up and exhale, downward facing dog. All right, you're in this really nice down dog, and see if you can take your right leg parallel with the ground. As you exhale, hollow out the belly, knee to nose. Now, last time we kicked our foot back, but this time, as your knee is to your nose, can you place your foot in between your hands? Really good job. Inhale, right arm up high to the sky. And as you exhale, look to the left hand and follow it, opening up. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten your legs, left hand clasp the right wrist, stretch up and back. And then exhale, lunge back. Warrior two. Bones hugging muscles, muscles hugging bones. Feel your body dynamic and strong. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And on your exhale, take your right elbow and just hover it on top of your right leg. See if you can reach left arm up and over. Maybe you'll bring your right elbow inside the knee, fingers to the toes. Maybe you'll bring your hand outside of the foot. Wherever you are, expose yourself to a deeper breath as you cleanse out your systems. Exhale to the right foot. Inhale, reverse it. Straighten the leg. Toe heel the left foot in. And then exhale. And we're going to do a variation of triangle pose. Take your left hand and capture your right hip and just send your hips back as you reach out with the right arm. As if your right ear is landing on a pillow. Stretch and breathe. Spiral your right rib cage higher than the left. Exhale, look to the right foot and come on back up as you lunge into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse it. And then here we go. Exhale, Frame out the foot. Step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Feel everything recalibrating. See if you can aim your chin to your chest as your belly rises and falls. Walk your feet close together. And now take the left foot up parallel with the floor. As you exhale, knee to nose, hollow out the belly. Whew. Breathing deeply, left foot in between your hands. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches up as you find an expression. And left arm will come down as you gaze to the right hand and open up, warrior two. Fantastic, everyone. Inhale, straighten both legs and arms, right hand, left wrist, and just give yourself space to acclimate as we settle back into warrior two. So it gives you a chance to see if you need to take your legs a little bit wider. Try not to grip through the toes. Even see if you can lift your 10 toes up as your ball mounts and your heels of your feet stay down. With your next inhale, reverse the warrior. And with your exhale, take and guide left elbow to hover right over the left thigh. Right arm reaches up or maybe up and over, and you're gazing towards the marma point or the energy point in your right hand. You can take your hand of the left side and reach towards the toes or plant the hand as you extend. Spiral your left rib cage high as you open up and expose your body-mind connection to greatness. Exhale, look down to the left hand. Inhale, back up as you reverse, straighten the leg. But now we're gonna come into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach out as far as you can. Your right foot might have come in a little bit. Right arm is gonna hug the left inner thigh. And then the left ear, left arm is a little bit of a pillow. Reaching, extending. The same thing here, just to make sure you're not gripping through the toes, lift them up. Feel the full expression of your practice. Dive deeper into the breath. With your exhale, come on back up, reversing the warrior, and frame out the left leg, step back, chaturanga, inhaling up, exhaling down. We're gonna feel almost like little froggies, okay? Come to the ball mounts, the toes. Bend your knees, stomach to the thighs, lengthening the tailbone further. And then you're gonna look to the top and float to the top. Exhale, kiss your shins and bend your knees, inhale. Reach your arms up high, Utkatasana. Straight arms, straight legs. Samasthitihi, your equal footing. And from Samasthitihi, we're gonna take a really wide step to the right. Because we're nice and warm, we're definitely releasing toxins through the sweat, and we're burning off so we can open up to 2021. Take your right hand, right hip, left arm high to the sky, and pick up your toes, pivoting to the right. Might need to kind of like switch the direction of the left foot. And then exhale, left hand inside or outside of the foot, right arm reaches up. And twisting and opening. Most importantly, just being right here, right now. And look to the left hand, and we're going to guide ourselves into the revolution on the other side. Left hand, left hip, right arm high. And exhale, hand inside or outside of the foot. Left arm reaches up. Send the tail back as your right rib cage lifts higher than the left. And find compassion to wherever you are in the body of today. Look to the right hand as you exhale, come on back up. And we got this really nice wide-legged space. So let's take it into Pasarita Padottanasana C. Bring your hands back behind you, interlace your fingers, and you could even do like the odd grip to kind of keep your brain elastic. Reach the arms back, and with a little bend in the knees, exhale and dive your head down. Hips lift high, but if you feel like your hamstrings are super tight, have a little bend in the knees. Try to get the top of the head to the ground as your pinkies reach towards the floor in front of you or behind you at this point. With your next inhale, come on back up. And with your exhale, take and open your arms up wide. Inhale, peace signs will reach out. And then we're gonna exhale and go all the way back down. So you're gonna have a little bend in the knees and dive down as your peace signs grab onto your big toes, yogi toe lock. Eyeballs of the elbows shoot out to the sides of the space that you're in, but your shoulders reach up to the sky and your head hangs down. Big breath in, easy breath out. And with your inhale, come on up. And then here we go. Exhale, step or float, top of the mat, hands to your hearts. Let's do a simple vinyasa. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, dive all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva mukha. Exhale, adho mukha. Feel completeness with every cycle of breath, and allow each new inhale to offer you a new beginning. Now this time, as we look forward, we're going to try and fly into a squat, okay? So malasana. So we'll just practice. With your inhale, step your right foot forward. Exhale, step back, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, step back, down dog. Now you're gonna keep facing in the direction you're in. I'm just switching a little bit. Point your toes out, come to the ball mounts of the toes, bend your knees, and see if you can jump your feet to the sides of the hands. Ooh, good effort, everybody. Nice job, I can see you. So your toes point out, your heels are down, and we'll bring our elbows inside the knees and your hands to your heart. Malasana, that garland pose. Breathe into your low back. So we're just gonna try another variation into crow. But this crow we might hold a little bit longer than we did that first attempt with our knees into the armpits. So now reach your hands forward. You could stay right here in Malasana, or see if you can ooze your shoulders down, and we're gonna find our bound ankle or Baddha Konasana in the air. Palms to the ground, index fingers kind of facing forward, rolling up to the ball mounts of the toes. Knees are out wider. See if you can bring your chest into a nice long lean line as your knees go out. Big toes attempting to touch. And then come back into Malasana. There's a pose called Pashasana, which is noose pose. So we're not gonna kind of like go into it per se, but we're gonna practice a variation of it. So press into your hands and straighten your legs, toe heel your feet nice and close together, and then roll onto the weight, onto the ball mounts of the toes, bend your knees to your chest and come back into a little bit of a squat. Okay, so we're gonna separate our knees. You're gonna take your left arm in between the legs so it kind of squeezes, and your right hand is gonna reach up. And it's a little bit, it's a Ardha, it's a half Pashasana or noose pose. If your heels can do it, they can touch down. And your right hand reaches back and your left hand tries to grab on to your right hand as you twist. So it's a compression, a twist, and a nice shoulder opener. So lift your heart as you balance with the breath. And then here we go, unwind the bind. And we're just gonna bring our hands back down and find another forward fold. Head hangs down. Ooh, I don't know about all of you, but my mid back just cracked. It needed that. Okay, fingers spread wide, second side, come to the ball mounts of the toes, bend your knees to your chest as your buns come down. Separate your knees so that your right arm can stay down. Grip onto your right arm with your inner thighs. And if you can, you lower to your heels. If not, don't worry about it. Left arm high to the sky, reach the left hand back. And then your right hand comes to greet it. Squeezing the inner thighs together, breathing deeply. Inhale and exhale. There's a lot of subtleties to this move, so no judgment. You're just breathing deeply. And then look down to the ground, unwind the bind, palms touch down, straighten your legs, face to the shins. Inhale, lift yourself up halfway. And exhale, if you'd like to, we're gonna move through a vinyasa or just stay in this forward fold. Step or float back, chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling, Adho Mukha, downward facing. All right, so our last kind of peak posture or our last standing poses of tonight. Walk your hands and feet to meet, center of the mat. With a little bend in the knees, roll your body up to standing. Make sure you're not lightheaded. Whew. Take a really good breath here. Okay, we're gonna go into Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, into an eagle. So we're gonna challenge ourselves to balance since we're really working to release and burn off tonight, right? Exhale, hands to hips, elbows reach back. Come to the ball mounts of the right toes and then slightly move your right knee out. And this will help so you're not moving from the adductors, but you're moving from the proper muscle groups. Bring your right knee up and then reach your right hand inside. Peace signs, grab onto the toe. If you want to, you can just grab onto the knee. So modify for your body of today, right? And then straighten the leg out. You're kicking out through the ball mounts of the toes. We're just gonna do a variation of the pose because we're gonna add an eagle. So inhale, open the leg up. Kicking, whoo, stretching, and try not to topple over. You guys are lucky you're not talking. Whoa. And then here we go. Bring your leg to straight. And then both hands to your hips or your low back as you lift your heart and kick out through the foot. And then open the arms wide as you bind, right leg up and over and right arm under, grabbing your shoulders or into a full eagle. You're balancing, breathing, and most importantly, smiling, because if you take yourself too seriously, you're SOL, baby. Oof. And then unwind. Inhale, reach high. And exhale. Just like that aura cleanse, that Kriya, we're just letting go, purging. Whew. Second side, hands to your hips, elbows reach back. Let your left toes be light, knee slightly to the side. As the knee comes up, left hand, peace signs to your left big toe. Kick out, ball mounts of the foot are active, shoulders reaching back. And when you're ready, whoa, take your leg out. Let the breath support you, that prana, your life force. Feel yourself strong. And then take the leg back forward. And here's the trick. Can you breathe and keep your leg right there without your hands? Inhale, arms open, bind the leg, left leg up and over, and left arm under. Find a connection and then own it. Tap into your power as we, even though we feel twisted, we're really creating space in our mind, in our body, and our heart. And as I fall out, unwind the bind and release. And just shake it out, let it go, and give yourself a moment right here in Tadasana to stand in your truth. It's a pretty invigorating practice so far. What do you think? Let's find tree pose. Hands to your hips, your elbows reach back. Your right toes are light. As they lift up, plant the foot into the left leg. So everything's drawing to the midline. And as you draw everything inward, let the breath elevate your heart. You can have hands to heart, arms open, hands connected. Really, where are you? Right here and right now. And then we simply release and let go. Acknowledge that accomplishment, but we're ready for the next side. So come back to this present moment. Hands to the hips to give ourselves stability, lengthen the spine, left toes are light, knee comes up, foot into the right leg. And then find your space. Yogis or the ancient yogis used to go to the healing tree every morning to meditate. So we're making this beautiful tree, that wish-fulfilling tree that is flexible but also stable, so that no matter which way the wind blows, with practice, all is coming. Let's bring the knee forward, arms come back down, arms relax by your sides. Doing a great practice together, everybody. Let's transition down to the floor, slow and steady. Inhale, reaching up, and with a little bend in the knees, exhale, dive all the way down. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, your feet to the back of the mat, and you got your nice downward facing dog. Inhale brings us to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhale, Adho Mukha. All right, we are going to take, as you come to the ball mounts of the toes, bend your knees. We're going to step or jump through to a seated position. Bringing your feet out in front of you and then move the fleshy part of the skin away as you sway from side to side. As your toes flex to your nose, see if you can find a little inner rotation to your thighs, hips stretching to the sides of the room. You could almost feel a little space underneath your heels as your toes draw to your nose. And then tent up the fingertips, aim the chin to the collarbones, elbows reach back. Dandasana. With your inhale, your chest will lift, your hands will reach forward, and then just bring your elbows to the rib cage. And we're going to kind of go passive with this one. Draw your chest forward, keeping your back nice and long. And then all you're going to do is completely release and let go. Melt into this nice forward fold. Some people like to grab their toes. There's different ways to grab our feet. But wherever you are, feel everything engaged with the nurturing power of the breath. With your inhale, come on up. And as you exhale, we're going to come into Purvottanasana. So you either can do cobbler's pose. And in cobbler's pose, bend your knees, hands to the ground, and lift your booty up. Or keep your hands back, spread out your toes, aim your chin to your chest, lift your hips up nice and high. Neck is long. Breathing from the inside out. Lower your buns, looking forward. Grab the inside arches of your knees and take your feet together and your knees out. So you're just facing the front of the mat, sway a little bit from side to side for your Baddha Konasana, your bound ankle. And then let's take and tent up the fingers and bring your buns closer to your heels. Awesome. With your exhale, let's walk our hands forward. Just going into a nice passive forward fold. Find the generosity of the breath guiding you further forward. And then walk your hands back up as you inhale. Exhale, bring your knees together and then straighten out the left leg. And we are going to find ourselves moving into a nice little twist. So you're going to take your right foot up and over. Now for some of us, this is as far as we're going to go because you might have tender left knees. But if you can, bend the knees so your heel is next to your hip. Inhale, lift your chest, and with your exhale, take your right hand back, left arm up nice and high, elbow outside of the knee. We'll just keep our palm facing away from us as we twist over the right shoulder. Gaze is calm. Breath is steady. Twist into your half lord of the fishes. Gaze back forward and unwind the left leg. Bring your right foot into the left leg and exhale, fold forward. Maybe grabbing onto your feet as you gaze towards the ankles. Steady breath in, easy breath out. And from Janushrisasana, we're going to do another side body stretch. Bring your right hand back, left arm reaches up, press into your right shin and the left foot as you reach up and over. And exhale, lower your buns. And we're back to Baddha Konasana, your bound ankle. Bring your feet together, sway a little bit from side to side. And then the first one we did a little bit passive. Let's take and bring our feet open like a book. Feel your heels connecting, almost as if your shin bones are going to merge. And lift your chest up, elbows to the rib cage. Exhale, face towards feet. Simple, easy, and calm. And then come on back up, guiding both knees together, right leg straight, left foot up and over. And if you want to, either keeping the right leg straight or bending the knee, half lord of the fishes. Hands to the shins, lift your heart. Take the left hand back behind you, bring your right arm up and over so the elbow connects with the knee. You can also straighten the arm and grab onto the right knee with the right hand. You're just twisting, breathing, lengthening. And then unwind the bind. Straighten out the right leg, left foot, right inner thigh. Inhale, lifting your chest, and exhale, folding forward. In this Janushisasana, remember, you're just kind of being kind. It's nothing being forced. Just melt into this space. Roll your spine back up, left hand back behind you, right arm reaches up and over. As you press into the left shin and the right foot and the left hand, really honor the breath traveling through your systems. Lower your buns back down, hand, feet together, Baddha Konasana. We're going to get prepared to roll down onto our backs. So from Baddha Konasana, let's take and guide our hands to the outsides of the knees. But before we roll down, let's see if we can find one more challenging pose. We'll do boat. Hands tent up near your hips, and then lift your toes up. If that feels okay, bring your calves up. And then if that feels okay, bring your hands parallel with your calves. And from this position, you can straighten one leg and then the other. And just like row, row, row your boats, we're rowing ourselves out of 2020 and into 2021 with a brighter space. So feel that internal strength guide you a little bit deeper. Ooh, my legs are shaking. Lower your feet down, reach your hands forward, and then unfurl your back onto the ground. I don't know if you heard that, but my back just totally cracked all the way down. From this position, let's take and keep the left leg and straighten it out. Bend your right knee to your chest, give it a nice big hug, and we're gonna find a twist. Reach your right arm out, right knee to the left as you gaze to the right hand. And then bring your knee back to center, straightening out the right leg, take the left knee in, give it a big hug. And we'll twist to the opposite side. Knee reaches, hand extends, gaze is internal. Bring your head back to center, your knee back to center. And instead of straightening the left leg, bring your right knee to meet it. Pulling the knees towards your shoulders, Apanasana, that really good exhale. Heels next to the hips, arms down by your sides. Let's bring our hips up high and see if we can come into a bridge. You can keep your upper arms to the ground. You can interlace your hands underneath you. Wherever you're at, breathe. Elevate your hips a little bit higher. And then release your hands as you lower your hips back down. Hands next to, sides of the feet and legs up high. So we're either gonna go into legs up the wall pose, which we're in right now, or shoulder stand. Find what feels good for your body. Reach your toes back behind you if you're going into shoulder stand. Get your shoulders further underneath you, hands to your low back. Woo! One foot up and then the other. Wherever you are, you're truly breathing. Find an extension and that skillful action of your practice. If you're in legs up the wall pose, work towards happy baby. And if you're in shoulder stand, take your feet together, knees out for Baddha Konasana in the air. And then we'll take our knees to our ears, big toes to the ground behind us. Hands will relax by our sides as we roll out to meet the happy babies. Ananda Balasana, that blissful baby. And from a happy baby, open your arms nice and wide. Open your legs nice and wide. And take yourself into Shavasana. Feel yourself empowered by the practice as you offer yourself this compassionate space. And staying in Shavasana, truly hold yourself with loving kindness for the unique and powerful being that you are. We've transformed on the mat through our breath. Now your Shavasana is time to be. Settle into the stillness. And dive deeper into the breath. And feel the patience of the breath into your toes. Observe the gentleness as your feet take a sigh of relief. All the sludge and the gunk in your ankles and your calves and your knees. On the next breath, literally move out of your body. Breathing in and breathing out. You're letting go. And feel the radiance of the breath as it moves up your legs into your pelvic bowl. And every inhale and every exhale releases any stuck energy. And allows it to flow off your body. And harnessing the power of your breath, feel your solar plexus, bright and radiant. Simply breathing in and breathing out. And every breath, just offering you gratitude. Every breath, offering your systems health and ease. And feel the gratitude and the radiance of the breath as it moves into your heart center. And just listen as every breath is a whisper of I love you. And with your next exhale, all the crud, all that weight that you were holding in your shoulders just rushes down your arms through your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, and drips off your body. Because you are now open to new possibilities. And as you've harnessed the power, feel yourself truly bright and shining. Teeth and tongue relaxed. Jaw is calm. And the space between your ears is quiet as you've settled into stillness. And just be. Feeling those incredible soothing belly breaths. Start to caress your thumbs against your fingertips. Start to wiggle your toes as you've opened up to that sacred space within you. And then reach your arms up high. And feel that beautiful freedom you just created simply by breathing, moving and playing. And as you exhale, bend your knees to your chest. Maybe sway a little bit until you roll over into a side, curling up into a fetal position. And then gently press yourself up into a seated space as your hands make their way in front of your heart center. I truly honor and respect the power within each and every one of you. In thought and speech and in action, may the merits of our practice benefit all beings. I'm wishing you tons and tons of love and peace as you stress less and love more. Here's to a really bright 2021. Thank you so much for playing yoga with me tonight. Woo, I almost fell over. Namaste.